Capitalism simulation challenges students to operate a conscious business in contrast to the traditional profit-maximizing business paradigm. Students must consider all of the firm's stakeholders, including customers, stockholders, employees, suppliers, and the community. Students will deal with ethical, environmental, and sustainability issues in addition to the usual management challenges of running a business. The game is set for 6 quarters or decision rounds, with each round taking 2 to 3 hours to complete. You will start a new firm which will enter the microcomputer business. The firm will be introducing a new line of microcomputers into 4 international markets. Your goal is to build a profitable company. There are 3 market segments to serve in the PC market. Each segment has different needs and requires a different marketing strategy to appeal to it. In order to provide the seed capital, your executive team will invest money in your own firm by selling stock to yourselves. You will invest $2 million in the first quarter and then another $2 million in the next 2 quarters. Later on, you will be able to receive up to $5 million in additional investment from venture capitalists, as well as a conventional loan from the bank. The balanced scorecard is the most important measure of your firm's total performance. It evaluates your performance in all areas of business to produce a total score. You will be able to watch your score throughout the exercise. You will also have access to a conscious scorecard, which will indicate how successfully your firm adopted the principles of conscious capitalism. You will need to analyze the initial market research data. You will review the customer needs for each segment, ranked in terms of their importance. Additional information will tell you how the customers will use their computers, what price they are willing to pay, what the market potential and media preferences are for each segment. You will also learn about the typical workers' compensation plans in the industry. After you have analyzed the market research, you will need to decide on your initial market strategy. Part of this strategy will be to select your primary and secondary target segments. You will design a product for each of your target segments. The design process will include naming your product and selecting its features from the list of available components. Later on, you will be able to invest in research and development of new components. Products with these new components will better meet the needs of your target customers, as well as address environmental and corporate governance issues. You will also be able to license these R&D technologies to or from your competitors. You will be able to design several ads and link them with specific brands or use them to advertise for the company as a whole. The ad design process will include naming the ad and selecting which benefits will be mentioned. You will then indicate how many times you want your ads to appear in the media during the quarter. The next step will be to price your products. You may also offer a rebate to entice price-conscious customers. Entering a sales priority will tell your sales staff which brands should have the most selling emphasis. You will specify which sales offices you wish to open. You will start with one office and then expand in the future. Note both the setup cost and the lease cost associated with each location. You will hire salespeople for your sales offices. Be aware of the annual compensation per salesperson in each city. You can also train some of your salespeople to focus on a specific segment or service support. The extra training cost is listed in the table. You will decide on compensation plans for your employees. The report lists the typical Salesforce compensation package for all electronics firms. The productivity of your salespeople will be affected by how well your compensation package compares to your competition and the norm for the electronics industry. You will decide how much to pay your salespeople and what kinds of benefits they will receive. You will be adjusting this decision in the future as you compete with the compensation plans of other firms in the market. You will be making similar decisions about your factory workers and factory supervisors' compensation. You will choose a plant location and specify its initial capacity in units per day. You will be able to increase this capacity in the future. Pay attention to the capital investment necessary for each increase in capacity. You will forecast your demand and set your factory's operating capacity. By setting the operating capacity, you decide what portion of the plant capacity to use. This will determine how many workers to hire, how fast to run the production line, and how many units to produce each workday. You will decide which brand should be produced during the current quarter and what will be the maximum inventory to be held in storage at the end of the quarter. A factory projections tool will allow you to estimate the ending inventory, stockouts, production costs, and factory efficiencies based on different demand estimates. As you run different demand scenarios, you will be able to analyze their impact in the pro forma accounting statements. As you make your business decisions, the expenses or investments will be posted to the appropriate accounting ledger, and your cash flow statement, income statement, and balance sheet will be adjusted accordingly. You will be able to prepare the financial projections for your company. These pro forma accounting statements will reflect all of your expenses and projected revenues during the current quarter. After each decision period, you will review your cash flow, income statement, and balance sheet. These statements allow you to watch your cash position, profits, inventory, debt, and assets. You will learn from the quarterly newsletter that a few firms are adopting the conscious capitalism business model. It is unclear whether it can be successful for the startup firms, which are likely to face cash challenges as they enter the market. Some environmental groups are also starting to raise concerns about the impact of the new PC factories on the local environment. It will be up to the leaders of the new ventures to decide how to deal with these concerns and whether to adopt the conscious capitalism model for their businesses. Each quarter you will receive messages in your in-basket. They will contain questions, concerns, feedback, and opinions from your staff on the state of your firm. You will have to decide what action to take, if any, to address these concerns. You will be able to purchase studies that will help you to identify your company's impact on the environment and community. The studies will also provide useful information regarding your firm's quality control, employee involvement, and factory efficiency issues. Based on the studies you purchased, you will decide how much to invest in various improvement actions. To achieve the full benefit of an improvement to your production process, reliability, customer satisfaction, and sales, you must continue to invest for several quarters. According to the Conscious Capitalism Institute, a conscious business is led by conscious leadership. It adopts a higher purpose that transcends profit maximization and focuses on delivering value to all of its stakeholders by aligning and harmonizing the interests of employees, customers, suppliers, the community, and shareholders. To this end, you will receive a conscious scorecard. This will evaluate how you have responded to the conscious capitalism situations that your firm has faced. Throughout the exercise, you will receive an assortment of feedback information for your firm to review. You will find out how customers reacted to your marketing activities, as well as those of your competitors. You will see how your decisions have affected your firm's financial situation and reputation. You will also learn about the strategic and tactical decisions of your competitors. You will receive detailed market demand and market share reports. You will review the information about your demand, revenues, and lost sales. This information will be broken out by a brand and sales channel. Similar reports will help you analyze the brand profitability and sales channel profitability. You will receive detailed feedback about the quality of your marketing decisions. The brand judgment measures how much a market segment likes the design of each brand on a scale from 0 to 100. The ad judgment will help you analyze the quality of your ad designs. The price judgment will tell you how satisfied the customers were with the price of each brand on the market. You will also be able to review the activity and costs of your production line in the previous quarter. Note the stockouts and ending inventory. Additional information that you receive with the results will include details about your competitors' demand, brand designs and their reliability, prices, ad campaigns, factory and sales office locations, sales force and web support decisions, workers' compensation plans, and a host of financial industry ratios. In the course of the exercise, You will continually analyze your results and improve your strategy and tactics. You will expand your brand assortment and enter into new markets with the goal of increasing your market share and profits. You will also reassess your company's impact on the environment, community, your employees, and the stakeholders. The decision content will be gradually expanded as the game progresses. After the last decision round, you will be presented with your final performance score. Your performance will be based on the cumulative balanced scorecard. You will also receive a report detailing how well your firm addressed the corporate governance issues.